unless you actually know what goes into figuring out what a DUI or a criminal charge is, there's an old saying that a man who defends himself has a fool for a client. Very rarely will you be able to defend yourself on a criminal charge. There's a lot of charges out there that are just what we call strict liability. It happens, you're strictly liable. You don't have to form the mental intent to commit the crime. Things like loose dog at large, blowing a stop sign, speeding. These are strict liability crimes. Now there's some that you have to form the mental intent. That's what's called the mens rea, the ability to desire to do the wrongful act. Okay? So you got to have those two parts. You got to have the bad act and you got to have the bad mind, or the intent to commit the crime. And you put those together, you have a crime. Unless you know how those work and the elements of those crimes, it's a bad idea to try and do it on your own. You find an attorney who has years of experience, and you get them to do it for you, to find those things that make some sense, to find some options for you. If you think of a defense attorney as quality control, that's what their job is. In the criminal sense, what we're looking for are violations of your rights. The most common violation of your rights is going to be a Fourth Amendment search and seizure violation. Under the Fourth Amendment, you have the right against unlawful search and seizure, unless they have a warrant based upon probable cause, which has been signed off by a neutral and detached magistrate. There are exceptions to this warrant requirement. One, if you give them permission to search your car, or your person, or your home. Exigent circumstance, if the house is on fire because your meth lab in the garage just blew up, and the firemen have to go out and get your family out, that's an exception to the warrant requirement, because we put the people's safety far above everything else, and they're going to find it. Other requirements, hot pursuit. If the crime is being committed in the presence of the officer, he doesn't need a warrant. He's going to arrest you, he's going to collect evidence, and you're just going to be done. So you have to be careful. There's some things that are not as obvious. For instance, the blood requirement in a DUI. They still need a warrant for that. I tell people all the time, be nice, be collegial, be pleasant to the police officers. If you fail the field attitude test, and many people do, you will get charged with a lot more charges and the prosecutor will have fewer options. I'm Roy Cole, and I want to be your divorce attorney. If you're in a situation where you're not getting the parent time you should, if you're in a situation where you're just not happy, well, don't be miserable. Don't wallow in self-pity. Don't put up with the things you shouldn't have to put up with. Come see us. We'll help you out on the road to that divorce. We can help you with the custody issues. We will do for you the things you can't do for yourself. That's our job, to make your life better. We do what we can to help you. Let us do that. Please feel free to call for your consultation day. It's a free consult. Thank you.